like a little man that likes cuddling. Really getting on my nerves. Welcome back to another episode of Not My Bag. I'm Joe.
I'm Lisa.
And today we have a MAFS special. We are joined by the sensational Laura and Tasha from last year's MAFS. It's been a long time coming, ladies.
So long.
How are we both?
Sensational. So good.
Good. It's lovely to see you both.
And your new teeth, Tasha, they look beautiful.
Stop.
She looks amazing.
You do look absolutely stunning. Sorry, and Laura, you look incredible too.
Yeah, I know, but...
I can leave.
No,
you always
like
look
I did to
beautiful.
Arthur.
Oh my god!
Oh, well, yeah,
oh my
we'll
god! The
get onto
shots
that.
have already started.
Yeah, we'll get
Fucking
onto
hell! It's been a year, like last week, isn't it, since you were on the show? Time has flown by.
It still feels like yesterday.
Does it?
Does it?
Really?
The trauma.
No. Do you know what? Like, we've been watching the new series, haven't we?
Yep.
And it's just so nice to watch it and not feel like
We're not
you gotta
stressing.
stress. Like, we used to watch hours on FaceTime together, didn't we? And be like, who's going to be hated in the nation today? And it was you.
Did you get...
I was going to be nice, but it wasn't.
Roll me around the alarm. It was me.
Did you get a lot of hate?
I was fine up until
We
Eric.
swapped.
You was first. First episode, everyone was like, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, posh stuck up bitch.
Chelsea loving snob.
Yeah.
And then they gave me Arthur.
Then they loved
Humbled
you.
me.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, then they loved you. And then I was fine. I got a few, Paul's too good for her. And then when it came to the Erica situation, it was like,
So, how long was it between filming and it airing? What's the time span?
So we wrapped filming in like the bulk of it in June, right? And then we aired in September, which is actually not too bad because the Love Is
Oh, that's
Blind
not bad.
girls have to wait like a year,
Yeah.
a full year, and
Oh.
have to keep like because they legitimately get married. Like I don't want to ruin the show, but like ours is obviously not a legitimate wedding.
Okay.
But theirs is real, so they have to wait a whole year.
What, like, still being with the person?
Yeah, and hide it. Like hide their relationship.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. Also, so much can happen in a year.
Yeah.
Like you can change so much to person, but anyway, regardless. So from June till September, so then you're kind of just sat on the fact that everyone's going to see this and keeping that secret. And then I just can't.
And you know what? Like they're all in that time. You're like, oh my God, it's going to be great. It's going to be so like I'm going to come across so well because they're always like, just FYI. You know, the viewers can be quite harsh, but you never think it's going to be you. You're always like, yeah, I'll be fine.
I would say, because as you know, avid Love Island watcher and love it, I feel like this is a different type of audience that watch MAFS.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think
100%.
it's a lot older.
Yeah,
isn't
like
it?
my age group. And we're
Yeah.
Yeah,
old.
I think it's a mix because our season was quite young. Like our season was quite a younger demographic.
What, like the cast as
the
well? Like, as well.
Yeah. Like we had people that, I mean, we got a lot of hate because everyone thought we were like influencers and stuff. And I think they've definitely tried to like move away from that this season. But yeah, the hate that you get, I think because there's so much more to get your teeth stuck into with like, you're watching someone's relationship.
Yeah.
You know, like Love Island, they just, there's only so much you can say about being pulled for a chat.
No,
like, I love
there
the
is.
show,
This
but-
is like the nitty gritty, the really hard bits of a relationship.
Yeah.
So obviously,
And it's relatable.
yeah, it's because especially when you have to live together and move in together, that's crazy. But I know, obviously, you've come out with a man.
I got a man, I got a
And
man.
stayed with him, which is like,
For so long as well.
I know. I don't know how I've done it.
either.
He's a man child still.
He's great.
how has that been? A
been
year with
great.
Paul.
I mean, it's
You would have
weird.
preferred the other Paul.
Oh yeah, I would take Paul Brunson in a heartbeat. Hi, Paul.
I love
I love
it.
you, Jill.
I
I
love
think
it.
anyone with Paul Brunson.
He's-
Paul C. Brunson.
I want to rub his head.
That's a weird
You love a bald man, don't you, man?
I've got no choice.
He's stuck.
Well, yeah.
But so do you guys live together now?
No, we're not living together yet.
Okay.
He is going to come and live in Leeds with me because I've got my own place. He still lives with Mummy and Daddy.
Oh.
So
Which you had a bit of beef with on the show, didn't you? Well, not beef with, but I think your parents' meeting situ was quite a weird one, wasn't it? From memory.
yeah,
I mean, it's a year
it
ago.
came across.
You did leave, didn't you? That
really
you
bad.
stayed away, didn't you?
Yeah, so when we did homestays, obviously I'm diabetic and I was really ill, but no one knew I was diabetic on
okay.
the show.
You just look like a
watching.
moody bitch.
I just look like an
Actually,
absolute.
yeah.
So they didn't say that though, did they?
No, so I got really ill. TMI, but it was coming out of here, it's coming out of here.
no.
And because I was being sick so much, I wasn't keeping any food down, so my blood sugar was going left, right and centre. I nearly had to call an ambulance and everything. So I was like, I don't feel comfortable staying in your home.
no
Which
one would.
Shitting and being sick
I
in
feel
front of your
that.
mum and your dad and your brother and your sister and your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I can't do it. I was like, I need, just take me to premiering, take me out corner, please.
Yeah, and then the press span that being like, she's left,
brat.
and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
a brat, and you don't like his
Also,
family.
It was never that. Like, as soon as I came back, his mum was like, are you okay? I was like, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm all right now. Thanks for checking on me. Like, it was fine.
Okay.
But
They didn't edit it like that.
no.
They never do.
I think the girls in our season got a really bad rap.
We got it tough.
But this season, it's the guys are doing the most. Like I feel like the boys
It's the
are
mud
doing
room.
the
I have
most.
my opinions, which we probably will get onto.
Oh, we'll get onto this
Yeah, we will
season,
get
but
onto
I
that.
wanted to delve in. And Laura, nothing worked out, did it, for you?
Nothing worked out ever. No,
Sorry.
that was
So-
bleak.
I did-
Your life.
Nothing, not even your life. Nothing, really, nothing. You didn't even get mad. Oh my god.
What were you? Oh, sorry, can I
Yeah,
say
of
what,
course.
what were you doing before?
What before my life went to shit?
No,
No, I meant with relationships.
I know,
I'm going
like,
to
you know,
stop.
like, what were you doing, like work-wise, and were you in a relationship? And
So I was the only one that had been married prior.
oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd been married. Like I had like a really, like, I don't want to be rude, but it was like quite boring life. Like I was in finance. I was like working in London, and then that went to shit. So I thought, well, let's see what else I can fuck up. And
But you didn't know.
You did. Fuck your mum did.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but I
that
feel
was
like,
not ready for marriage.
yeah, there's some couples in the show that they put together actually thinking these people may last. And then there's some that I feel like they give you such an opposite where they're like, this probably isn't going to last, but like you might learn some things.
Yeah,
and
I
I feel like you got a learning relationship, I think, is what
I've
you
had
got.
enough life lessons now.
Yeah.
Yes, don't need any more. Like, no. Do you know what? Like, we actually really still get on so well. Like, I literally saw him a couple of days ago. But the more I see him, the more I understand why we're not together.
But that's fair comment.
On any level, yeah.
Yeah.
On any level.
Do you keep in touch with many people? I know obviously Jay. Is there like many other people from the show that you still keep in touch with? Do you have like group chats and things like that?
Yeah, I'm like really close with Luke. Yes.
Well,
Plot twist. No. We get on with Ella.
not that being lost on mum. She went.
She's like, how are you? Ella. We get
Ella.
on with Shona.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh,
such a sweet girl.
Yeah.
still with Matt?
Yeah, so by proxy, Matt, we still speak to Matt. Who else do we speak to?
Well, I still speak to Ella, Jay, Roz. We've got our little spice.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
cute.
And Sean as well.
Yeah, sure.
And Terence, I love Terence.
Terence.
Oh, I met him and I
Terence
blew
can
up.
throw a party,
Oh my
can't he?
god! What about in Ibiza when I bumped into him?
Yeah, we bumped into him outside Ocean Beach with mum.
Bumped into him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and as he come out, and
How
I
random
just
is that?
screamed at him.
Everywhere.
I
Why do you scream at everyone?
And I just screamed it.
There's a running theme here.
I was so excited to see him because you know what it is for me? I watched him on telly, so when I saw him, I was so excited.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
you feel like you know him.
Yes.
He didn't have an easy ride.
No, I know. Oh,
He-
did say
he
that. We did have
actually
a
had-
conversation.
Did you run up to him with a spoon?
That poor bloke, actually, he was the one in last season that I felt really, really bad for. Like
Oh,
really,
they were
really bad
so
for, and thought,
mismatched.
yeah, you really were set up on that show.
He was a DJ and she was a mum that wanted to stay at home. Like,
Why
I mean,
would you
I know
do-
opposites can attract, but that is
That is
like
ridiculous.
taking
Far.
it
Polar opposite.
so far.
Yeah.
So far.
And you guys had a really fiery cast as well. I know every year they say it's fiery, but this transpired post show as well. Like that PLT party last year that we were all at, where a fight broke out. I always see the
Wasn't us,
drama.
by the way.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah,
I
everyone's
wasn't
going to
there.
think it was me.
But you know, you get all this drama on a show, and that's very different. That's months back, as you said. But their beef was, we're talking about Luke and
Jordan.
his name?
So you nearly
Jordan?
forgot. He's
Jordan.
forgettable. He's
Oh
forgettable.
wow, okay.
Yeah,
Right,
I don't think
it's
I'm
true.
saying no comment over here. However, yeah, there was
You
that
did
fight.
get his name eventually.
So they fought, and they never did the fight. They never did the fight.
What
No.
an anticlimax.
And there was so much online beef about that fight.
And then it just like stopped. I was like, I'm
And there was
embarrassed.
rumours
I was
behind
getting
the
invites
reason
to
why.
it. I was
Would
getting.
you have gone?
Yeah, I would have gone. I actually would have gone.
Would you? Because
You
you
don't
saw
like
the
fighting?
prequel at
I
PLT.
would have gone. I mean, yeah, I saw the drink stash at the PLT bar.
You were soaked, weren't you?
I was soaked. Adrian had a ripped blazer. Bleep that.
No, keep it in.
Yeah, bleep that. We don't have insurance for this, I don't think. But yeah, so you guys were mega fiery.
Yeah.
Talk me through some of your wildest memories from all the dinner parties.
Oh yeah, I know. Now they get filmed for hours.
Yeah, tell us the goss,
Okay,
ins
so
and
it's
outs.
called a dinner party, so you'd think that it would be filmed at night, right?
Yeah.
It goes on that late, but you start at like 10 in the morning.
In the morning.
Yeah, we were getting up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning
To do,
get
like,
ready.
full glam.
Heels on at 7 a.m. Illegal.
Also, like I will just say our season brung the fashion. Like I feel like we were so we had to get up at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
to keep up with these lot. But then so we did the mixer, and do you know what the most jarring thing about those things are? You stand outside, you know the double doors where it's like, and then you walk through as a couple, or when Arthur cared to turn up. It was quite absent quite a lot. So you usually stood there as a couple, and you can hear everyone else in there, and you're like, whoever you've had a falling out with that week, you are damn sure they're going to be the only couple in there.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't know what, you don't
And
know
I was
what's
like,
being
no.
said. Like you and Erica got put in together, and
Sorry,
They
so
put her in.
talk me through the backstage bit. So when you're going there, and if you're separated and not coming together, how does that work?
you get given separate cars.
Okay.
So say like you've had so Portia and Terence, for instance, they didn't even make the first dinner party together. So they were in separate apartments, separate cars.
Okay.
And to be honest, like we didn't actually see that coming at all, did we? Because that was the first dinner party we'd all met.
Yeah.
You spend your honeymoon guessing who everyone is with based on, because your partner's seen the
yeah, I understand.
Sometimes seeing the girls.
Oh,
I
it's
can I
just
just
like
say,
little-
I got
Actually,
nearly
so
everyone
fun.
right. Me and Paul sat
Did
there before this.
you?
I got Shona and Brad mixed up with Jay and Luke, but Paul gave a shit description to be fair.
Yeah.
I forgot that thing happened.
Oh yeah, that thing.
That was crazy.
That thing. Yeah.
Crazy. Sorry. It's all
yeah.
coming back to me. I was so engrossed last series, and then I'm just like,
So yeah, that's how you kind of spend your honeymoon. That was the best conversation Arthur and I had
Hmm.
in Mexico. So yeah.
oh, at least you had one. Do you know what I mean? Just pick it up.
But so if you turn up separately, we don't know about it, and then it's like a rush to see what's happened. And the spoon situation, I was just sat there like, you had an argument over an inanimate object?
Yeah.
I was so lost. I thought they meant physical spooning. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. She didn't want to spoon him, and I was like, oh no. Never
So you
mind.
get each person turns up at a different time, and then you're in that holding room all having the drinks, aren't you, and
Having
chatting.
snacks,
How long
yeah.
is that for?
God.
In the mixer, so you're probably doing that for about 2 hours. It depends
Oh my
if you're going to bring
God.
the drama. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes
What
we were
happened that
like,
week?
honestly, sometimes we would be like in the 6th hour. Bearing in mind, we don't eat any of the dinner party food.
You don't eat any of the food.
they
Why are we
hold.
surprised? Actually?
Yeah,
Why are we
I know,
surprised?
after
Hold it out there. Like, I remember them telling me, it was the dinner party where I had a go at Luke for calling me a gold digger. I was like told that because it went on for so long, the waiters were outside holding the plates, like, because they were waiting to come in. So I was
really?
responsible for the cold food that
Oh, so
dinner
that's why my
party.
blood
It
sugar was
my
low. Thank
fault.
you,
Yeah,
Lord.
sorry.
You almost killed her off.
Yeah, so put you into hypo. Yeah, no. So if it's like the 6th hour, sometimes you just look at someone and be like, "You've got to take one for the team."
Yeah.
Like, weird.
What, like, you've got to argue?
Yeah.
So if you see someone just going mental,
It's-
saying something completely off the wall,
Yeah.
we've had enough.
Is that
A whisper in the
You
ear.
don't- I actually don't think you're compatible after like 6 hours of sitting around and having a nice time with each other. You just think suddenly.
Like, there was that bit where Thomas just started at the reunion, just started banging the table, going, "What? Why are we even yelling?
Why are we even shouting? It's ridiculous. Why are you shouting?
We can rap now, or we're done." Like, yeah, thank you.
Do you actually eat the food or not?
No, they don't. This is cold.
Too much shouting
Stone
and
cold.
screaming
Oh,
as
you
well.
would be
Like, yeah.
ravenous.
Drink the prosecco. And
What would you say
yeah.
of your season was the worst dinner party? Like the worst experience that you had there?
The one where Nathaniel left,
Ella and
new
Nathaniel.
people came
Oh
in.
my God, that was crazy.
It was absolute. So we wrapped in like 3 hours. Bearing in mind, we normally take about 7. Done. Ring across the floor. Sorted.
They were like, we got everything we
He
needed.
wasn't
There's
very
still-
nice to her though, was he? I mean,
There's still a runner somewhere in that
Trying to
warehouse
find
trying to
the ring.
find the ring. Like, where's
They never found it. They never found the ring.
It was thrown with such vengeance.
Yeah.
Like, no.
It's probably only a cubic zirconia anyway. I won't worry about it.
Yeah, oh, mine tarnished after Mexico, much like my marriage, but I was like...
Can I just ask you about your honeymoon? So is it really awkward if when you're... I mean, I can't imagine that going away with a complete stranger.
Do you know what's the most awkward bit? The flight. You forget. You have to sit on it and depending on where you're going as well. I was on a flight with Paul for 9 hours and I hate flying in general. Yeah. So I was like...
Did you sit together?
Yeah, but I was like on the verge of tears.
We didn't.
I was like, I can't hold this man's hand or can I?
You
what
didn't sit with him on the plane.
And you know what?
You didn't sit with Arthur.
It's a happy accident, guys. I didn't actually plan it. The welfare guy was like, your seats aren't actually together. And I was like,
keep them.
Oh, interesting. And I could hear him in a few aisles back going, yeah, just got married on TV, guys. Yeah, that's my wife. And I was like, oh, God, what fresh hell.
Get me
What fresh hell is this?
I was like, I can't.
How long was your flight?
10.
Oh, my.
10 hours.
At least you got a nice holiday out of it.
It was a lovely time.
I had a lovely time in Mexico.
Yeah.
It was great.
For me, it's the pooping in front of a partner that would stress me out.
I had diarrhea on the holiday. On the honeymoon.
That'd be
I had
me and
diarrhea.
you.
I guess it depends if you fancy them or not. Like,
Well, I did.
Look,
So I had
you
to
can't
tell
help if you
him.
need to go. You've got to go. Do you know what I mean?
I had to tell him to sit on the balcony. Every time
Yeah.
I went to the toilet because I got ill. Why do I always get ill?
I did that with Kane. I've got the
Yeah.
worst stomach. I just said, can you just go outside for
Oh,
a
come
mile
on.
run, you know?
You two
Oh,
just don't...
TV on taps, running, shower.
yeah, the double tap.
Oh,
the double tap.
Always a double tap. I still do that now.
But you fart in front of each other all the time.
Yeah, but that's very different to intense diarrhea, man.
No, I'm sorry.
Not the
it's
intense
still
one.
The odd
Gross.
Trump I'm fine with. It's, you
The
know.
odd
Not the
one.
apocalypse.
You
coming
don't,
out,
you don't want to battle the pan and, and
how
lose
lovely.
most of the time.
How lovely.
Yeah, and also you only have like usually an hour's sleep before you board the flight. Don't
don't
you?
even have
Like,
Is it the next day from the wedding you go?
so we all wrapped our weddings at like 3 a.m. We were in Glam from 6 a.m. that morning.
Oh, God.
And then they get you back to the hotel, which they've paid like for a lovely like holding hotel for you to stay the night in. You don't sleep
2
there.
hours, yeah.
You know, literally, you film a scene there, and then you're like, right, okay, off you go to Gatwick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot.
I don't even get an hour's sleep. We literally got to the hotel, got changed, and was
I
like,
don't know
we
why
have to
they
leave in
don't
30
send
minutes.
you to Europe. Could it be Italy or somewhere? Do you know what I mean?
It's probably, I don't know.
Santorini or...
It was the only thing I had, Lisa. Don't take it.
Let them have the holiday. 9 times out of 10, it's pure hell that you're
I
experiencing.
hate 10
Do you know what would be
flight.
worse? The cold destination. No.
Oh,
Sorry,
no, I
Thomas
couldn't do
and
that.
Rose. Well,
No.
sorry, Roz.
No, absolutely
I
not.
know.
Oh,
Bless them. They went through it as well, didn't they?
Oh, I know.
Didn't they?
And I thought...
Sorry to interject. I saw this on TikTok today. Erica was talking about it. I must speak about it. Roz had a vibrating egg that he was controlling inside of her fanny during a dinner party.
It was fantastic.
Tell me all about this.
It was interfering with the microphone.
Yeah. So
It was
she
buzzing so
told
loud.
us, she told me, Ella and Jay, the night before that she was going to do it. And I was like, surely not, Roz, you can't. I said it will interfere with the mic.
You horny
no,
bugger,
you're
Roz.
fine.
I love how that's where your brain went. You
Yeah,
can't- the
the
audio.
mics.
That's the reason not to do it. It's the audio.
And then she went through with it. And then she purposely started going around sitting on everyone's knee to see if they could feel it. So if you look back, she sat on my knee, then she sat on Paul's knee.
Feel
She's
it?
having a lovely time. I was like, oh, hello. She loved it.
That is wild, isn't it?
I think George
she's
was a
a
bit
dirty
jealous.
little mink.
Like, you know.
Was that Ed? That wasn't Ed, was it?
Yeah.
See, I
can
don't
watch
remember.
it, Joe.
I promise you, I was so
Ban my ass.
I was so engrossed with the series, but I did not remember the exit show.
Oh, it was her facial expressions.
She was like this.
oh.
Because they went from having that really up and down vibe to then just being like so horny.
Yeah.
Did you
Roz
guys
is a really
experience
sexual
that?
person,
Roz
to be
is-
fair.
Oh, is
Well, I
she?
wasn't there, no.
No, I
didn't
meant, did you experience that within your couples on the show? Like going through peaks and troughs of the horniness? I mean, Laura, you're giving me some eyes, so I'm not going to...
Spill it, Laura, spill it.
Not really. Tasha? I mean, I
pass it
was
on to me.
outside your apartment while you guys were.
Oh, wow.
Several people walked in
Yeah.
on me and Paul.
I was
at
like,
welfare.
oh, it doesn't sound like they want to be interrupted.
No, I was in the shower when we did the retreat. Me and Paul were in the shower, guys, having a sensational time.
Oh, that's so lovely.
And one of the welfare,
Yeah, very
one of the
wholesome.
welfare walked in, and all
Doing a welfare
all she heard was. And I went, Paul, the door!
I think that's
embarrassing.
So old.
Lovely.
That is okay. Well, look. Speaking of cheeks clapping, I want to also speak about something that was on your story that you posted about Carnival. Because all of the fans were saying, they were like, she's not with Paul anymore. Tell me about that, because I saw that on your story and I thought, what on earth has been happening?
Listen here, right? Okay, you can back me up. I am Caribbean. We love Carnival. Carnival is our culture. You can go to Carnival and be 60 years old, happily married with 5 kids. You are dancing with anyone and anything.
And you did look sensational.
Thank you.
You did.
What were people
Because
saying?
I was dancing with men at Carnival. Obviously, I was in my costume. The batty was out. The blue was out.
It was
Not
amazing.
really. The fried eggs was out. Everything was out. And I was like dancing. I was twerking. I was throwing it back. I had the best time of my life. But I said to Paul, like, you make sure you go do the same with girls. Like,
Yeah.
It's Carnival. It's what
Yeah.
we do. And then everyone was like, oh my God, they've broken up. It's so disrespectful. She's a bitch. And I was
It's
like,
hard, isn't
okay.
it? Because it was a mutual thing within your relationship, and you were both like, yeah, like, here's the boundary. Like, let's go have fun.
But who wouldn't want to twerk when you look like you that day? I mean, I was so jealous. You looked absolutely
You need to give Mum a lesson, Alfie.
I'll give you a dance lesson. I'll get you a costume.
I'll probably fall over.
So yeah, I just wanted to ask about, you know, the sexual relations, because, you know, we obviously don't see it, but everyone's very horny on the show at
We
points.
did. Well, even the people that weren't having it in their relationship sex, we did have the infamous game of spin the bottle, where you really saw a
Forgot
different.
about that.
You really saw a different side to it.
Did anybody else
That
in
never
your
got
series
aired.
entwine with
Oh,
other
everyone!
people?
Everyone's tongue was in everyone
Mum,
else's
that was
mouth.
when Portia went crazy, wasn't it?
Rogue.
No, but I'm saying, did anybody else have sex with anybody else?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
It's just
We did have a big
Kissing.
orgy.
Oh, no, I remember that.
Yeah, do you remember the
I
Portia
do,
thing?
yeah.
The other thing I loved was
Yeah.
when Ella and JJ were communicating on like Motorola's from like
that's what we get.
1997.
No, that's what we get
Not the
given.
trap
So
phone.
we filmed for like 12 weeks.
Sorry.
Sorry, carry on.
We filmed it for like 12 weeks, and we just get given this like brick to communicate with, and like we don't have our phone.
What happens with work?
You don't work.
So you take that entire time off work when
Yeah,
you do
well,
the show?
like most of us.
I lied. I
left
said I
on-
had a modelling job in London for a couple of months. I'll be back later.
I'm on a shoot for 2 months.
That's a really big campaign. I'm breaking into my modelling and I'm really excited about it. So can I just hook up for a few months? Yeah, okay, lovely.
Yeah, because I always wondered that. Like, do you, when you have those days where you're living together in that flat, I'm like, do people go back to work then? And
So
like,
we
how does it
film
work?
every day. We have like
wild.
one
One
off
down
day a week if we're lucky.
Okay.
But we're only allowed, because you don't have your like. I actually had to watch a Netflix series. You know, like usually you don't watch a Netflix series.
just
You're
kind of,
on your
yeah.
phone, and then you're like, oh, what, you're like, oh, I need to rewatch that because I didn't watch it at all. Yeah, I actually had to watch. I had to communicate with my voice.
No wonder people unraveled so much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like
you do go crazy.
Yeah, you really do. I think that's why we all ended up in different people's apartments. Do you remember when Welfare?
I was going to
my
say, do you
God,
sleep?
I was hiding
Can
in
you
the
sneak
wardrobe.
out?
Yeah, I spent very little time in my own.
I was going to say, I'd be so
Oh,
bored.
who would
Very-
want to spend that much time with Arthur?
Oh, literally, like hardly ever. And we had these big walk-in wardrobes, so we used to hide in the wardrobes. And Welfare would be like, "Where's Laura? Because where's Tasha?" And they're like, "No,
Well, not welfare searching for
Yeah,
you.
oh,
It's always
yeah.
a positive sign when welfare can't find
yeah,
you.
welfare check. Oh, she's just not here,
Oh my God.
guys.
Remember when me and Ella got dragged out of Box Park opposite the apartments? They called the apartment security, went over to Box Park. Me and Ella was steaming drunk. We was like,
That doesn't sound like you, though.
me and Ella.
That's such weird
And then
behaviour.
made
So
security
controlled
get
and
us.
demure, but actually, no.
I was like, I'm a grown-ass woman. If I want to have a brandy, I will. I'm not going to bed at 10 o'clock.
It was me that had to coax that bottle of brandy away from you.
Don't mess with me when it comes to brandy. I'm not going to lie.
Oh.
But yeah, no, wild. So you're like, it is a little bit weird because you're in this like empty apartment block and it's just you guys. There's no civilians.
Did you
Yeah.
fancy anybody else on that series, or was it?
No.
No.
Sorry, no.
I just
With
thought
my
I-
chest instantly.
No.
Wow.
Not at all. Like, I'm not saying that it was just like, I wouldn't have been
You
able
try to call my husband ugly?
I love Paul, but not for me. Like,
I feel
Yeah.
like you've got to have that spark, though, haven't you? You've got to have a little bit of an attraction.
yeah.
Were
and-
you attracted to Arthur at all in the beginning, or not?
Well, listen, I don't think you can deny the fact that he's a really gorgeous guy. But for me, I think I made it very clear that it's got to go a bit deeper than that.
Intellectually.
And Arthur, like,
Needs to
he
be
is the
able to know the
perfect version
alphabet.
of what he is, but that is just not for me.
Yeah.
And we did really we really tried to
No,
give
no,
it a go.
you did really try.
We really did.
No,
but
you did.
Naturally, like, I got a lot of hate for almost like taking on the leadership role, I guess, in the relationship. But the guy had never been in a relationship. So, like, I'd been married before. Like, it was a very natural dynamic for us. But then they didn't show it, did they? And it was the last commitment ceremony when Paul Brunson was like, no. He was like, I don't believe it. Like, Laura, you need to leave. Like, he literally was like, Laura, you need to go.
Shouting.
He was like, he was like, I don't buy this. I think, Laura, you've done enough here.
Okay.
Now you need to go.
Yeah.
Oh, we love Paul.
We love Paul because he doesn't mince his words at all,
No,
does
but
he? And
I
when-
really rate that about him.
Yeah, and when he
100%.
says it, you're like, oh, you
Okay,
had a
you're
spiritual
right.
awakening.
Yeah.
You're right.
I really
It's a
need
great
to.
show to do to find yourself. Who needs travelling to Bali when you've got MAFS? When you guys all left the show, I always find that there's some couples that seem to stay together for too long for it to feel like it's genuine. And there was quite a few that left. Were there any, not to throw any names under the bus, but was there anyone that you guys were like, well, I mean, you probably know it, but were you like, this ain't?
Peggy and George.
See, that was the one where I thought afterwards, there's no way.
Absolutely
No.
no.
I
There
was
was
so
no
surprised
way.
at that because I thought after what her family said that there's no way she's going to say yes, she's going to commit to him. And then when she did, I
a
was
bit unbelievable.
I was literally like, what?
It was giving fairy tale.
But I love
was.
Peggy. I think Peggy's lovely.
No, Peggy's lovely, and they both
We're
find their own right. But in
No,
the
it's the other
relationship
one.
dynamic,
Sorry.
it was just it was confusing because afterwards I was thinking,
He
there's-
just seemed like a randy little bugger, and she just didn't want to know really.
That, like, talking about opposites, I feel like they were the other version of me. Like,
They were.
It was like, how is this ever going to work? Like, what did make me laugh? I don't know if you guys picked up on it. And, like, no shade to either of the parties involved. But when she watched his squatting video and then she stormed out with those cut
With
out-
the cut out jeans of her batty cheek.
I know,
Like,
yeah.
hypocrite.
production knew exactly. They were like, we're getting this shot and we're honing it on. Like, no.
They were
no.
awful.
All of that. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit weird, but I mean, she could have seen the funny
How
side
would
of it and laughed.
how would you have both felt if either of your men were ick?
Really?
Instant
Put
ick
on the
gone?
phone at his head.
Or- yeah.
Awful. Why are you squatting on the internet? What are you doing? Go to work.
Well,
Go to work.
remember, he didn't have a job though, apparently.
You are a provider.
Didn't he do that in COVID? Is that what he did to make his money during COVID, or was that something?
Yeah, because that makes it okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
It was the pandemic.
I'm just saying for George that maybe that's how he made his money. So listen, no one was maybe I'm just putting
You
it out
fancy
there.
George on the show?
Fancy George.
Why?
No, I love the accent, the French. I just love an accent.
right. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
don't-
Paul can speak French.
I can't say I fancy your man though, Tasha. 'cause
That's jam.
No, but I loved George's accent. But I just, he just was a lot more sexually motivated than Peggy was.
Yeah, it was way more important to him.
Oh,
than it was
God.
to her.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
do you
then,
remember
yeah,
when they
it
did
really was.
rankings?
The
I
list.
dying.
Really was.
I was dying with laughter. It was so funny.
No, it was that was a real that was a good task because
It was an amazing
It
task.
was like, well, there's no hiding here.
Yeah.
Like, no. And when I
You're like, number one, communication.
I know I put intelligence, and then he went, "Oh, I put intelligence, but I spelled
Spelt
it
it
wrong."
wrong.
Oh, for God's sake.
I was like,
You
that
couldn't
is-
write it.
No,
to be
I
honest.
Do you know what I
Half
remember
the
when
thing.
when they give you the box of like little tricks and whatever, and like for
Oh,
your
the dinner
intimate.
pack.
We didn't
you
get
know,
that.
Yeah, well, so Peggy and George got that, and I'll never forget her face. She looked horrified.
Fuming.
He was like that, like yes, here we go. She was like, oh my dear God.
The thing is, like, George's kinks were, he was like into rimming, and like, I don't know why she would have said that.
It's the fact he said it so
Who said it?
proudly to her family.
He did.
Do it to her family.
Yeah, Mum, I remember
no,
that.
I don't remember that. No, he did not.
He loves
oh my
her
God.
I
bit.
had, to tell her,
Rimming.
I had to tell her about what rimming was. I think Chloe Burris said it once. I had to
No.
explain to
You know, where I heard that from Dawn French.
Oh, okay.
On Graham Norton years ago. I mean,
You just dropped a name there, Lisa.
no, I had
There's loads down there.
No. I don't. On Graham Norton. I watched it on Graham
Oh,
Norton.
I
And she was
love
talking
him.
about something, and I just thought,
Google.
Well, I can't. It comes up on my husband's computer. You think I've gone a bit rogue.
That's bold with the in-laws, though, isn't it? Like I couldn't. I couldn't
really
see you saying to Nan, "I like rimming."
They're not even your in-laws. You met them once. Like, let's keep it real. Like, you've literally met these people
and her
once.
parents are lovely. You can tell why they're so close. So I didn't know that.
But you know what? Great telly.
Great
Sally.
And that's all we worry about. So obviously, I think we should move on, speaking of the sex thing, to this year's MAFS.
Oh my God.
Because there is actually a bride that's celibate.
She's not. She hasn't had sex for 7 months.
I've done celibacy, if that's the case, loads of times.
When I was a single
parent. About right now.
What is the definition of celibate?
When you don't have sex.
Like
forever?
Abstinence is what she's saying.
Yeah. It's not celibate. It's
from sex.
and little Ross's face.
Can I want to ask, so how did you feel about the kiss at the altar with making the dad uncomfortable? Because I thought that was a bit strange.
I thought it was a little bit weird.
What Sasha and Ross?
What are you... Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
So the kiss in front of the dad. Yeah. What did you think about that? Because I thought...
I think it's quite natural to... a peck on the lips, maybe?
I think
a peck on the lips would have been fine.
On the cheek, it's a little bit
I got it. I understood it. Like when I was getting married, I said that I wasn't going to kiss Paul.
Right.
Because it was uncomfortable to kiss in front of my
Then you had
sister.
lots and lots of sex after.
I mean, let's wait a week for the honeymoon. Then we go like rabbits.
So I get it that she wanted to respect her family and if they're traditional or whatever. I do get it. But who wouldn't want to kiss him? He's fit.
Oh, Ross.
Yeah,
he's lovely.
mountain of a man.
And like when he said, did you see when he said that, or even though he's deaf, I hear you. And I just,
when she started to sign a little bit.
Signs.
I know.
And his face lit up. I was like...
Because he just felt so accepted and
I was unsure if they'd you tell her before, but they clearly did. Because I feel like that's an appropriate thing to have done.
Do you know, it's really interesting because people ask about this quite a bit as well. Like they're like, you basically have a list of things that you'd be so open to in a relationship. And I think we were all really open to, rimming apparently. But yeah,
you must enjoy rimming.
The fact that they put him with someone that signs as well is, I just think it's got all the recipe to like really last.
I know.
And I love it when they start the couples like that on the show, where you can see it blossoming.
Yeah.
I need to ask you both a question. Right, so on reflection of 2 of the non-named, I'm not going to name them, grooms in this series, who have been quite vocal about the appearance.
We can name them.
Name them.
Yeah, Adam
Casper
and
When have you
Adam.
ever been one to mince your words?
I don't
Suddenly you decided to now,
I'm trying.
20 minutes in to go...
I'm trying to be diplomatic because obviously...
First time ever.
I watched it and I literally recoiled in horror because I thought,
Casper and Adam.
Can I just say, are you told, like, if you don't fancy someone, don't give a shit, just tell them whatever, or do they say to you, just be kind about what you're saying? Because I feel
I
like
don't think you need to be told that, to be honest, man.
No, I feel like the way some of the things that Casper and Adam have said, I literally just put the cushion in front of my face and thought, boys.
Well, I think the biggest one was Casper to me.
His face, he looked like he just was going to die on the spot.
I think the size comments are really in poor taste, and I think it's actually
also,
really, really disrespectful.
Adam wanted a Michelle Keegan lookalike, and he's got something. So you didn't have to
I'm
say
going to go on
that?
record and say that I think that Adam and Polly look like a great match.
Yeah, so do I. So do I.
I don't know what he
thinks he deserves.
I'd love to see his ex-girlfriend.
Do you know what I really have a problem with? The statement that I really have an issue with is when they go, when women look at me, oh my God, they just think that
You're a dickhead.
Going to be a dickhead. That's code for I think I'm really fucking attractive and I deserve Michelle Keegan.
Yeah.
No, hun, you're not fooling anyone.
But I mean, to say that, I'm a lot older. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit like, but just be kind. You don't have to say.
Use your words.
Said, yeah. And I thought, so do you get told to just be honest or?
Oh no, like you get told to say what you really feel.
Right, okay, that's
like
quite harsh this year.
You get told what, and I just think like the size situation like makes me very, very
and me,
and also these women. Let's be real. They are gorgeous.
Yeah,
they are gorgeous.
Personalities are amazing.
I think that the way Emma handled that situation I was like, I need her on This Morning instantly.
Yeah.
I need her as like a panelist, like
But then
on
do you
Loose
think,
Women.
Joe, that the producer spoke to him because he came back and said, no, and he completely changed.
Maybe,
and then she went, okay.
Maybe, but the way she handled that in the moment, I've never seen anyone handle something better.
Slapped him straight in the face.
I would have cried.
Yeah.
I would have
just
broken
gone,
down because basically she's been insulted in front of 3 million people. But she was just very poised.
She was so
I was
poised and collected.
She's a sister. Like, I love that. I love a poised queen. I love a poised queen. I would do a hat. Like, obviously, I was like very demure, very mindful all the way through. And I just bodied people without ever raising my voice.
I can't do that.
When Emma said to Casper, do you not think I look sexy in this dress? And he just didn't say anything at all. He could have said,
do you know what's
you look
contradicting?
beautiful, you know.
Without sounding like an awful bitch. Casper's not exactly the smallest of males. So how are you chatting a whole heap of foolishness to that beautiful woman?
I get that, but I don't think that's even relevant. I think it's what you deem important in your own life, you should deem important in your partner's life. So he clearly doesn't deem like that, like body type that he's talking about important to himself. So why is he imposing it on his partner?
I agree with what you're saying to a degree, because he said before as well, like I've come to terms with who I am as a person, my body. So then they've matched you with someone that has those values, and then all of a sudden you've gone, no, not for me.
But
it's crazy.
It's almost like
it's crazy.
Make it make sense.
It's almost like he's perturbed by his own like
triggering.
His own
But you know what? You're all you know. You've got weeks ahead in this process, so they don't have to say that. They could think, okay, being honest, she's not my normal type. However,
give him a shit
I'm going to
sandwich.
see how. I'm going to see how this
goes
because a lot of relationships start with friendships.
But
you know
I think
what
the
I'm saying?
problem is in this show is like you can't do that.
How do you come back when you said that?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
your sister?
that Adam,
like,
I
let's
just
be
thought
real. You can't. Then
I wasn't
get
happy
physical.
with him. Casper, he looked so uncomfortable. But Adam seemed a bit bolshy and a bit like, oh well, do you know what I mean?
The Casper situation though, like he has gone on record and said she looks exactly like his sister. How is that man going to progress into a
No, I just
if he
don't
looked her now, he needs to be on a register. He needs to go. I'm sorry, that's not okay. It's not okay.
Oh
Incest!
my God.
Yeah, it's not Game of Thrones, guys. Adam, on the other hand, I just feel like.
I mean, he's a barber. For
I
God's
think
sake.
Adam and
How is
Polly,
he a
though,
barber
but
with that? His hair looks like it should be on his beard.
Polly,
upside down.
Polly's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I loved her gay bestie really saying how it was as well.
Alfie,
He needs his own show.
Alfie, we love you.
I
him on
think
the pod.
They need a podcast.
Do you know what? No,
Polly and
listen,
Alfie.
I'm being serious. He was very contained and he kept it in. And then everything he said, I thought, I just want to kiss his face because he didn't have a go. He was just being really like, she's beautiful though.
Yeah.
She
gorge.
really is. And you
So
can
gorge.
tell she's been very hurt in the past. For him to say that, I thought, I want to knock your head off right now. I wouldn't, but I felt like it. It's just a TV show, people. But
speaking of knocking heads off, you got Eve and Charlie, who I feel like, I mean, like, if there was any knocking of heads, it would have been, guys, right, okay, we need to also talk about this. When you have an argument with a
We picked
partner,
the mic up and everything.
I'm like doing an Elvis. I'm doing an Elvis. When you have an argument with a partner, if they take time away, like, what's your view on that? Because I find it annoying.
No, so I agree.
do it.
I agree with you.
are you listening?
I think what was interesting, I was a bit like, I saw some alarm bells when she chose to bring that up on the wedding day. Like, I don't know, when I'm getting to know someone, if I would say, you know, when we argue, just give me some time. That to me says you argue a lot with your partner and you need a lot of time on your own. And it does turn out that Eve wanted the entire honeymoon by herself.
Not one night.
And it's like musical chairs. She's getting up all the bloody time.
Really awkward with that is that I did really feel sorry for Charlie because I can see at the beginning she was a lot, but Eve kept just wouldn't even let's just walked off.
the
She's like, you're shouting at you're shouting at me.
no,
She wasn't
bye.
at all. She was not shouting.
I do you know what I feel personally? I don't feel like that the connection was there for Eve, and I think she didn't have
looking
the balls
for an
to tell
out.
Charlie. Yeah,
She's looking
But
for an
then
out.
I agree. But then I think the problem with that was that, just like anything in life, if you then go and have sex with them and then leave and then come back and then have sex with them and
carry
then
on
leave,
having sex.
that's what I'm saying.
tea.
That's the problem
that's
with
the
it
problem.
because then, like, I completely understand why Charlie was so emotional because you're going to be, because you're like, where do
Feels
I
rejected.
stand?
And I love the
Rejected.
fact that Charlie brought that to camera. I love.
Yeah.
She was like,
Because I think it's fair.
It's so fair, and
She-
it
they
shows
initially-
why she feels the way
Yeah.
that she does. And let's be real, like if you don't bring it to camera, we won't.
You
we
won't know about it.
The
Yeah.
viewers won't know.
Yeah.
We won't get
No.
a true reflection as to what's going on. I don't know about you, but because we didn't watch that one together. But I was Team Eve at the wedding day. I thought Charlie came across very,
Quite
very
full on.
overbearing.
Ooh, yeah.
I do agree.
But
and I
as
think
it transpired, I
and
feel like
then-
it was the other way. I feel the
Yeah.
same way.
I think Eve's
Yeah.
just very overwhelmed. Like, first of all, I fancy Eve. I think she's really funny.
I know.
Yeah,
do you know
she's really
what?
fucking
gorgeous.
I mean, I'm not a lesbian, but she's beautiful.
Yeah, I would.
She,
I'm gonna ask
she
Paul.
is beautiful.
In
I'm
the
gonna
words
ask Paul,
of
see
Sabrina
what he
Carpenter,
says.
if I'm going to have my gay awakening,
Yeah.
like, it's
I've
Eve.
never had one. Maybe we should just all do it together. Come on, people. Let's just do it. I'm 54. Come on.
Joe, and Joe has left.
Oh, he just thinks you get to 50, you don't even look at anyone. We still have sex, you know.
Anyway, on to
Yeah.
the next couple. Next couple, Lacy and me.
How are you finding it?
Oh, yeah.
Me.
This is no.
What's your time on
I
that?
got one answer for you. Cool.
Cool.
Ah,
Cool.
yeah, I would not be happy with that.
No, I feel like, can I just say, I feel like Lacy, considering how laid back that man is, I think she's been great.
Can I just say, do I actually look like
Yeah,
him?
no,
you really
you
do.
look like Billy Zane.
But
You're
we all look
sexier.
like
Yeah,
we're
you are
from the
better
same gene pool, I think.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does look like you
You
might have been
are-
separated at birth, but you've had
Anything
a
to
lot
tell
of-
us, Lisa?
He's a lot more intellectual and he's a lot more...
can say other words. Yeah.
I'm trying
No,
to be really
Mum.
careful
I
here,
think
Laura.
as someone also that has severe ADHD, which we learn every day, I think that you can also relate to him, because I can't sustain.
Snorty malfunctioned.
I can't sustain a conversation with this woman on the same topic for longer than.
You're busy, aren't you? Your head is busy.
My head is like,
full on
I wake up at
party.
3 o'clock in the morning, I think of the most weird things.
And I get that with him. Like, I think there's a real importance that he's up trying to give us.
Yeah, but he
some due,
doesn't
like,
come across like he's got
he does-
ADHD.
it's slow.
He's like, ooh.
It's more
I think that there are spectrums though of it.
I'm top.
And Mum,
You're high functioning.
I'll give you an idea, like in telly terms, of what Mum was like to deal with when we were on Gogglebox,
Oh,
right? So
fuck.
you'd have to have like about 15 minutes chat pre the show. You watched.
Oh, all right, Joe.
I haven't even started the story yet.
Case in point.
Case closed. And they would say to us, like, a great
Short and
formula
sweet.
to do it is very short and sweet. So
Don't do
you
that.
pick a topic, like,
do that.
for example, like, do you like to have ketchup in the cupboard or the fridge?
Oh,
We'd
I know
all
you
kind of
can use
vote,
that.
and then we'd have a little comment at the end to tie it off, and then that was it, right? We would sit there. I'd go to Mum, right, you start. She went, do you like ketchup in the cupboard or the fridge? And she would go, well, no, but Kerry's cousin Susie likes mayo in the cupboard, but then her dog died. Guys, I could not bear it every week. That for
Episode
2
done.
years.
We reached the end of the
2
episode.
years. She
but-
would have filled the hour slot in Gogglebox, honestly.
I said our episodes are the longest to edit.
I know. They said one guy
That is
left out. He
believable.
said that was a 10-hour shoot. We've never done that
left
before.
the studio was a skeleton. He died the night before.
But the point I'm trying to make is the ADHD spectrums are very different.
I think they're going to be a really interesting couple. I do think they set it up so badly for the twin sister.
Yeah, they did.
Awful.
that was horrible, though. for Lacy.
It was horrible. And the thing is, you're so nervous on like you really do have like loads of stuff going on. So I can kind of almost see that maybe he turned around and was just
thought
like,
that
I
was
need
her.
to say something.
I mean, if you've never been married before, you don't know a bride's going to be in white. He might have thought she was into Reese Pink.
he has a TV
know what I
though,
mean?
we assume. So
Yeah,
like
well.
you might, you know.
I mean, I've never known a bride to walk down in fuchsia
Oh,
pink.
no, no, someone who got
at
married in black.
speed. She was walking
Wearing a
with purpose,
fascinator.
right? Like
Yeah.
she was like, I'm here as a bridesmaid
Yeah.
and I'm getting to the art. Like,
Oh, yeah, you
no.
heard the clop, clop, clop.
Yeah. And then I do think that it's right when he turned. I do kind of believe him when he said, I turned around and I didn't know now what to expect because I'd already messed it up once.
Yeah.
But for
No,
me,
I'm not
you're
hearing
you're
it.
not.
Bullshit. You'd say, wow.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
You're beautiful. So nice to meet you. Oh my God, you look stunning. Shut up. Lies. He's lying. He's lying. Trying to hide that. I think she's too good for him. I think she's stunning.
She is. And I think she's
beautiful.
been very calm in how
Yeah.
she's
I think-
dealt with him, to be honest.
I think she needs a lot of reassurance, and that's been very obvious from the get-go. And I think, unfortunately, he's just not going to give her that. So I just
But she's
I worry
trying to-
about her through the whole
but she's trying
experience.
to communicate with him.
I actually kind of, I really resonate with their relationship because Arthur and I were like, he did speak other than cool, but like we didn't get
Yeah,
the
you didn't get the communication. Yeah, you didn't get
conversational
that.
skills that I think maybe she's lacking in it as well. But I think they look great together.
Yeah.
like
they do.
look
They're
like
very
Tyra
well
and
suited.
David.
I feel like he needs someone to put one of them
a rocket up his.
Yeah, like a wind up thing, and just let him go. Just go. Blah, blah, blah.
Do you know the other thing is he's got married. Is he? If he can't have a conversation, are you ready to get married?
Yeah.
I think it might
company.
take for him to be with the other couples to come out of his shell more.
Be interesting to see the dinner parties. Don't you think? Yeah, because I don't know how he's going to be. He might just completely shrink.
But then if he doesn't, I feel like he might go the other way. And then if he does, she'll feel bad. She'll be like, wait, he gives you the vibe. He might be a bit of a social butterfly.
Oh, he's hiding it really well.
But I feel like if he comes out of his shell, she might be like, why is he doing that?
And then you find that quite sexy if you see your partner work in a room. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
One just falls asleep.
Christina and Kieran.
Oh my God! I'm sorry.
Love these human beings.
This couple, I'm
Universally
sorry.
loved.
She is my spirit animal. I love her.
She is.
Couple of the season.
Yeah,
I'm calling
she is.
it.
Actually,
Couple of
she
the
is.
season.
Tell a lie. If I was ever going to do a personality match, you guys separate the birth.
Yeah, I just love her. She's the daughter I never had.
She's a nutter.
She's completely
Just like
like
you.
me.
Nutter.
She is. I love her.
So you need to find yourself a Kieran.
Yeah, in a caravan. Listen, great things going. That could be quite an option.
What do we think about the teeth? The teeth situ.
Oh no, I'm sorry, but that I didn't actually find that funny.
I found it.
No, I know. As a
Elemental.
bride, I'd have thought you dickhead.
Yeah, you're not ruining my day.
You're also setting the bride up for so much public scrutiny.
Yeah.
If you comment on the teeth and you legit think that they're his teeth,
Yeah.
then you've got the world that are
Did you
maybe
see her family? Did you see her family's
dentally
face?
challenged that will just hate you.
Not dentically challenged.
Dentally challenged.
Dentically challenged. God forbid. I've never.
I mean,
heard
he
of
could
that
have
one.
had, he could have put like a prosthetic sort of big belly on him, or do you know what I
It
mean?
would have had the same vibe,
it was
isn't
good.
it?
Or he
They
could have put a
looked-
sock
they looked
down
really
his
real.
trousers. She'd have gone, oh, hello. Do you know what I mean? But
Do you know what I loved when they had their little head table thing, and he was telling about her mum about how he lived in the caravan, and then she started
cried.
crying and was like, "That's so amazing," and I thought you're the you're
the nicest,
so amazing.
purest. It was really wholesome when she was like, "That's amazing," and then she went, "Oh, and with the dog." I was like,
When the dog came down the aisle, oh my Christ, I cried. Perfect.
I know.
she's just so happy all the time, isn't she?
I would like.
Put it Dilver at 7 a.m.
I'm gonna say, like, I do think I don't want to be rude, but I do think I'd feel very drained after.
Yeah,
being in
I
her
listen.
company.
When
Do you
someone
think
spends
that will
half an
take
hour
its
with
time?
me, and you'll be
half
going to
an
bed.
hour, 5 minutes. Do you think? Look at her. Do you think that will take its toll in the show? Is it progressive?
No, because I think he matches it quite
you
well.
think?
I actually think they are matched quite well.
And do you know what?
on that
He's a
basis.
Geordie, and I've got to put it out there. I fucking love a Geordie. I love you, Geordies. My first love was a Geordie. I love a Geordie. So there you go,
think she loves-
Kieran.
Not a lot of people
Love a
behind the camera
Geordie.
saying what's going on. I agree.
I just love a Geordie. So I just think they're going to go all the way. In
They're
this.
the
We
couple of
need
the
them.
season, I'm
Yeah.
calling it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think like 100%.
You like having those pillars of the strong people that kind of you can
Hold
always
it together.
rely
Set the precedence
on.
for the whole series.
And do you know what? Luke and Jay were that for me at the start.
Yeah.
And they were my go-to, like, at least I can
happened
get a
with
bit of
that?
wholesome.
Luke.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I was going to say, because all of a sudden he just disappeared, came back and she looked, and I love Jay.
It was really sad.
and do
wasn't
you know
it,
what? And I
really?
really felt for her.
Do you know what was really funny? It's not funny at all. I'm gonna say it
God,
anyway.
I'm scared what that's
I was constantly caught. I really like. If you had to ask me who I instantly was like a bit perturbed by, it would have been Luke, based on the fact that he just kept screwing his face up at me whenever I spoke, and I was like, "Who's hurt you?"
Oh, yeah,
Luke?
he
Like,
did
is there-
actually.
is
Yeah,
there-
he did.
The irony was
like,
that
oh,
irony was I wasn't judging him.
No, I know.
He was judging me. Yeah, he was like,
Right.
"She's stuck up."
Because
She's there.
you're
But-
lovely and well spoken.
Oh, yeah, he had a massive problem
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you.
Massive problem with me. And his main issue with me was that I'd been on a TV show before.
What show?
I'd done Celebs Go Dating. I shared a hot tub with Pete Wicks and Gary Lucy.
It's my mum's dream.
Oh, no, it's not. No, Jason Momoa or any day, but not any of the
But
others.
yeah, so I'd done Celebs Go Dating, and he was like, "She's not here." That was his main thing, wasn't it? She's not here for the right.
Mm-hmm.
Little did I know. Little did I
He'd done
know.
the fucking
He's done
same.
quite a few TV shows.
Which he still reposts about now, man.
Which he reposts all the time. Yeah. So that's all.
But do you know what though? I follow Luke on Instagram, and he thought,
Why?
But do you know what? He comes. See, for me as a mum, comes across
Joe's
like a
checked out.
normal, like a normal, lovely guy. So let's just try and have a bit of transparency here, and it's just what are you looking at me like that for?
He doesn't agree. I don't.
Do you not?
No, it's just
He's great. He's really lovely.
Yeah.
I got on with him just because obviously I was very close with Jay.
I love Jay.
And so I would spend time in their apartment.
She's
more
one of
than
the most
anyone.
beautiful people I've ever met in my life.
She's amazing.
I know.
She's an incredible human being.
Yeah.
I just feel like the main hurdles were coming when it was like the actual commitment to each other with the locations and
the drive
work. And I think that was the thing that then I feel like from Jay's perspective, when someone starts to run out at that point, you're a bit like, oh, wait.
You really love each other and you want to see you. It doesn't matter how far you live from each
It's
other.
not called Married at First Sight in Essex.
Yeah,
so it's
no,
quite,
yeah.
It's
It's not married in
plausible.
Clacton, love.
Yeah, no, it's
Do you know what I mean?
But you will marry someone that shares a different postcode to you.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
That really annoys me when people say about distance. I think, do you know what? If you really,
You will,
it's a little bit like you probably haven't
She
seen
won't
it.
fucking drive this podcast studio.
No,
it's an hour.
no. Listen,
Don't talk to me about
because I'm not
distance.
good on. I know I'm not good on the London roads. But like my mum, your dad, that's on at the moment with Davina. That there's a couple from last year, and they live opposite sides of the country, and they're still together after a year. They've made it work. They've got kids grown up.
Some
you make
people
it
are in it for the
work.
right reasons, and I think that's
Well,
one of the things to take away.
So can I just ask? So who do you think, Laura first? You think has got like real chance of getting to the end on this and
We haven't seen
committing?
them all yet, by the way.
Well,
Still got more this week.
yeah, I know,
So
but
far.
got my best.
So
friend.
far.
I feel like, I'm not
Christina
crazy
and
about-
Kieran.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so far, so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've only seen half of them. I'd say Christina and Kieran.
Have we only seen half?
Yeah, Mum. It's only been on a week.
Oh shit! Right, might be like that tonight.
She needs a Xanax.
I think that, and that's all she wrote. Christina and Kieran. That is.
Yeah, same. I think so.
What about you, Tasha?
Christina and Kieran, I don't think even Charlie will last just because.
I think they've already.
Haven't Charlie and Eve already left?
the show. She threw the ring into the sea and she's gone.
But is that real? Is that?
What do you mean? Is that
No,
real?
no. Has she actually done that? Is she
She
gone?
hasn't
then?
left the experiment. She just said,
She will.
Charlie said, I'm leaving the experiment.
No,
She's
she might
not.
go back.
Yeah.
They want to stay.
Well, I've got a game that I thought we could play.
I love a game. Is it naked game?
Is it spin the
Let me-
bottle?
let
Does
me
that
get
have
it
got
up.
us in trouble?
Let me get it up. Guys, we're going to do Say It or Shot It, but I found this wheel in the studio, so I really wanted to use it. So,
Touch it blown.
Mum, if you'd like to spin it, and
I feel like I'm on this morning.
who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go on, Laura.
Go on, Mum.
Oh!
Isn't that so fun?
I feel
very
like I'm Ben
satisfying.
Shepherd on this morning. Or Cat Dealey.
Oh, it takes a while, doesn't it?
Like Wheel of Fortune.
Truth.
Oh!
Right,
Yay.
I got a question for you. When was the last time you lied, and what was it?
Oh my god. This.
Don't lie.
Was it this podcast?
Probably.
It was this podcast,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
I think so.
What did you say?
I think I was probably a little bit too kind about one of the cast members.
This year?
Say
Last
it. Get it
year?
off your chest.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Just do it. Don't be a
No,
pussy.
I kind of said that maybe I thought Arthur and I were going to work during this podcast during the middle of it. And I'm not sure I ever did.
Hated from the start.
You did.
Moving on.
Spin again.
God.
And this for you, Tasha.
No.
Shot.
I don't shot.
You're on a truth as well.
No, you're not. This is not. Because you moved it.
I'm not
on the truth.
Sorry, that's me. That's me. Land on truth.
Truth.
Land on truth. Right.
Oh, shit.
Who do you think was the most and least attractive on your season?
Oh, easy. Let me think. How many? There's a lot of us. Jordan. Ugly. Awful hair. The face, the personality made him ugly. It was just an awful time to be alive. Next. Oh, I like this game.
I'll do it, thank you.
Sorry, Mum.
This is my...
You didn't say the most attractive.
Was that a question?
Yeah, most
Oh, I
at
didn't
least.
hear that.
It was a shot for you, Laura.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Throw it back.
I'm really struggling to control this where I'm holding it with one
It's
arm.
almost like it's not on a steady service.
It's almost like it's just being held
In there.
by my will
Well,
to
can you
live.
just turn that and then I'll just do it? Oh, look, Tasha, it's gone on shot as well.
Oh, God, guys. I'm going to be talking to myself on
You
the
don't
train
do
home.
shots
I
either.
can't shot.
Just go live. Just talk about MAFS. Fine.
Your agent won't
Oh,
mind.
Sorry.
Sorry, Joe, it's gone shot again.
Mum.
Oh, Laura.
Are you not involved in this, Lisa?
No.
This is a coup.
Right, and also, Tasha, you've gone shot as well.
Oh, okay. Ooh, it's on us.
Okay, right. I'm going to do one more for both of you.
Oh, that's a big spin.
Next
Spin
Tuesday.
the
I really
wheel.
feel like he's going to hold it on truth.
No, well, how did that happen?
Where's the weirdest place you've both had sex?
Hyde Park.
Oh! That leads me on to my next question. Have you ever faked an orgasm?
all the time?
Oh, didn't you? Don't you? Women do that.
Daily.
Come on.
I struggle to.
I'm up for
orgasm.
it. No, I don't have that much.
Say-
I'm up for an Oscar, actually.
Really? I think, listen, most women get to the age of 30 and it's like...
Unless you're Roz with an egg in your puss. In that
Yeah,
case...
but do you know what? In our day, they weren't made like that. They'd fall out of you in Tesco's. I actually did that once.
What? You had an egg in your vagina
Yeah,
in
and it
Tesco?
fell out in my knickers in Tesco's.
And on that note, guys, I'd like to thank you all for watching this week's episode. This has been carnage. It feels like I'm at a bottomless
That's
brunch.
actually true, and I'm not lying. I thought I was going to be really cool.
She's doubling down on
Went to Ann Summers,
Yeah.
love Ann Summers,
Okay.
and it just didn't work.
Little plug there.
Yeah. No one said you were
And
lying.
Summer, she is available for work.
Ann Summers,
Do you want to know one story that Mum told us all as kids, which I'll leave this podcast on to really, shine some light. Mum once had an appointment with a gynecologist and was rushing out the door, and she thought, I'm just going to freshen up there, had a sprayed down there. So when she got to the gynecologist, he went, oh my God, it's so nice of you to make an effort. She sprayed glitter spray all over all over
He
her
had the
puss.
best time of his life. He saw a glitter puss. Yeah, not a glitter ball, a glitter puss.
I feel violently ill.
On that note, thank you both. Thank you both so much for coming
Yeah,
on.
thank you.
Thanks
Guys, we
for
had a great
having
time.
It's been so lovely to catch up with you
Spinning all the
both.
goss.
I hope this lived up to his expectation of what it's like with an afternoon with me and Mum. Pretty great. You both need to lie down.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
like I say, they're both gonna, she's going to sleep to us
And
on the
some
train.
therapy will be in touch. Guys, thank you so much for watching at home. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And rate us 5 stars on Spotify.
Oh, you did it right. Thank you so much. See you guys later.